Welcome everybody, and how's everybody doing? I am now in March, starting my spring, and I have heavy fog for the next 6 hours. I'm using the realistic weather mod, and this is pretty cool. It's kind of annoying at first, but hey, it can happen. As you guys were for my last stream, which was a little bit a while ago, I was a little bit busy with real life. I got to go to the NFL draft since it was in Green Bay this year. I did that last Thursday. So now I'm back, and I'm back on the farm. So if anybody's got any questions about any of the mods that I have on this map or the map itself, which is Uncharted Valley, let me know. So what I'm doing right now is making a bigger field. I just cleared all the trees out of here. So that was a process, and now I'm just, like I said, I'm just making a bigger field. I figured that I needed a couple big fields to get more product so I can start making more factories in that. I just hope I have all the rock out of here because it was hard to find in the fog. Pretty sure I do. My only thing is I hope I can actually edit this field with the fog like this. We'll see when we get going here if I can fix that or not. And I have I got my vehicle manager updated. It's on the mod hub now with the update, so now it works for 1.7. Really was kind of getting a little worried there. Actually, I found the update before they put it on, searching through Discords trying to find it because I really like this mod. It's one of those quality of life mods that you really need for farm sim. See how close I'll get to the railroad tracks. I haven't decided. This is about as close as I want to get. I want to build some fencing around here and some little extra trees. See as the temperature rises to see if my moisture on my fields goes down. Actually, there's a kind of cool new feature with realistic weather. You can get puddles now in your fields if you have too much moisture. You can really tell with the fog because it doesn't sync right, but it doesn't look like any of the fields close has it. You can see it from a distance. Why don't I have my camera up? Wasn't hiding from you guys today. It just have to turn it on, it looks like. I think I got it. You can't hear me again. What is going on? Yep, you can hear me. Never mind. All right. Now I'm hoping since this is now one whole field, I can actually get this to go crossways because I've already plowed half, not really half the field already, since I'm just adding it to one of my other fields. Like going here. See here. Do I have the most updated course play? Oh, I thought I updated that. Oh, I did not. I have to actually do that. See if I can get this going, then it'll go to the right direction. Why isn't it letting me create a field? Yeah, what's going on? Maybe we'll be updating to the newest version. I know Shady was talking about it not working before, and we might have to go out and come back in and get the newest version because it's not recognizing this as a field. Let's just see it once again. Nope. All right, let's go out and come back in. Hopefully this won't take too long. Some days the start getting into the game takes longer than normal, and some days it goes super fast. I don't know if anybody have noticed that lately, but I have. All right. So we're at what is it now for course play? I know I was on version 14. I think they're at 15. Let me take it out of my folder first. Just always remember to do that, guys. Course play. Delete. Go to the GitHub. Let's get 15. I thought I did this, but I guess I did not because I didn't have any issues with it until now. All right. That's reloaded. I'll give it a shot here. That's loading up. Windows a little bit here. Look how fast that was this time. All right, let's move that down here. Stream manager. There we go. All right. Now we're all set, guys. Wow. And that was super fast. Before it took like 4 minutes. Right before I started my stream. All right, guys. Let's see if I can get back in that stagger and make this work. All right. So now we're at 8015 for course play. Let's see if they fix this now. Oh, I know why it didn't do it. Hold on, guys. I completely forgot to do it. All right. I didn't even make it into the field yet. I jumped too far ahead. All right, let's make a field here. That's why it didn't work. That's okay. I needed to get the new course play anyway. All right, let's drive this around. Normally I do this while I'm plowing, but since there's so much fog, I really can't see, so I had to make sure I started on each end of the previous field. Then we'll be able to make a custom field out of this field once I get this all done here. Yeah, this is going to be a huge field, but like I said before, I need the crops. Typically, if this was a normal year that I was making fields, normally I make them probably in August or July. I would take all the grass off and put it in my bunker silo so I can make money off of it, because I made about $1 million off of my other lands that I cut the grass. All right, so we're just about here. We got the full square going. All right. There it is. It's custom field 3 for now. Now we can use course play. And it'll actually work. There we go. Creating the field now. There it is. Let's hit start. Let that go. See how that goes. Looks like my Bucks are going to lose today. They start in about 45 minutes. Or they're starting now. All right. There we go. See, you got to, guys, even though I did have that set right, but I went out of the game, now I got to go back and start over. I didn't have create fields on. Here's talking to you guys and looking at chat. Fun the next. Oh, that's cool, Darius, and welcome. How you doing? And welcome everybody over in on YouTube. Let's see if I can get my stuff going here. You find all my mods and the map that I'm playing on here. And we'll also find them here. I'm going to make sure I have this set up right. Hey, Darius.
How's it going?
Good. I barely can hear you. Let me see here.
Oh, my sound card just reset. 1 second.
All right. Let me see if I can make this here.
It took the opportunity of me switching Discord channels to reset the sound card and turn the denoise on, so it cuts my volume.
Nice.
At least it didn't squeal really loud in your ears while it was resetting. So.
Oh, that's a benefit. that would hurt a little bit. Let me see here.
I guess it was timed well.
So here, I'll get you this going so you guys can check out JD.
Yeah, I cleared the area just southwest of the farm in between the two roads. That
All
whole
right.
chunk. Turned out to be about 70 acres worth of cut the grass, baled it, and then plowed, limed. I'm getting ready to plant wheat in it now.
Nice. Yeah, I'm setting up a whole bunch of. I've got a few bigger fields now. Just going on. See if that works. Where'd that go?
I'm surprised you don't have a slightly wider plow for
Oh
your
no,
size
this.
tractor to get there.
Oh, dude, for real life, that's pretty close. For a shank that deep, you'd be surprised that it takes a lot of horsepower for that. I actually looked that up in real life just to make sure.
Oh yeah, I mean if you're deep ripping, sure. Depending on how deep you're ripping, yeah, absolutely. It does take some power. I've seen what was it? I want to say Welker Farms did one of their fields, and they had borrowed a piece of equipment to dig deep, and they went down like 18 inches to turn the soil over,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to hook up two of their big buds to pull it.
Nice.
They had them hooked up with like a yankum rope in between type deal, so there was close to 1,000 horsepower, 120,000 pounds of weight between the two tractors.
Can't have more than that many? Why is that letting? I guess I'll have to just edit this one. For the third time of making this. Yeah, that's. I mean, I was watching some of the videos plus of my going out and seeing this equipment live through my cousin and
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, I've learned that some of the stuff that we're pulling with these tractors is unrealistic.
A lot of it is, like you said, very dependent on depth. You can have a 500 horsepower tractor pulling a 40-foot wide tillage, piece of tillage equipment because it's only usually going 4 or 5 inches in the ground, so it's only turning over the top couple inches of material. But if you're deep ripping a foot in the ground, it's a lot more
Mm-hmm.
power required for that.
Correct. Like if you're just pulling a shallow cultivator, it's all totally different.
But I have seen like Mike Mitchell, he's on YouTube. He rented some ground that, or maybe he bought some ground, I don't remember, but it was in like wildlife preserve for a while. So it had, overgrown with grass, all that stuff. He had to spray it and kill it, and then he actually just used I want to say it was like a shallow cultivator, maybe 4 inch, 6 inch rip,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, he had a case Steiger,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just did a couple passes and went straight to planting it in wheat for his field.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, he was pulling a 40 or a 50-foot cultivator,
Mm-hmm.
and he took it from grass to field in a couple passes.
Nice. Let's see if I can get this back up
So
and working. My Streamlabs isn't
yeah, it all depends on how many passes you want to make, I guess.
true.
And I mean, obviously, soil compaction's a thing, but I doubt it's anything that'll ever come as a mechanic to farm sim, a true mechanic, I should say.
I mean,
I'd I'd love to see it though.
I mean, let's. I'm kind of getting excited for precision farming coming.
Yeah, I'm hoping for good things, but we'll see. I've seen some early information from like DJ Goham. Just that there's supposed to be what, like 8 pieces of equipment or something coming along with it.
Yeah, and
Release
then
date was like
there's
May 8th.
correct. There we go. All right, and be able to check out JD there. I got that working.
So
Yeah,
I'm
always
hoping it's at least as good as the precision farming we've had in past years. But
correct. Exactly. All right. Let's get.
unfortunately, having seasons and then getting it taken over by giants, I know that the opposite can unfortunately occur. So I'm
It,
I'm cautiously optimistic as I usually am. I hope for the best.
well, like I
It's like,
said, we'll have to see. But I mean, actually, I really
yeah.
like how 25 turned out. So I'm kind of,
No, don't get me wrong. I'm
you
happy with
know,
the way 25's turned out, but again, I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to get a really good precision farming, but
well,
I've seen how
exactly.
seasons turned out in the past, so it's wait and see, wait and see.
Like I said, I can't wait and see. And that
Yep.
seasons is coming out. Let me double check that.
I want to say it was May 8th
May
is when they
8th.
said it was coming.
I'm actually off that day, but that is also my kid's birthday, so I don't know how much playing doing
Ah,
that day. He turns 30 and we're gonna go fishing, I think. So,
right on.
all right, so I need to get my planter ready. Then I decide of which field I want to plant on too. That's a fun thing.
Yeah, I've always preferred to play with precision farming because I like the fact that you typically use a lot less lime, a lot less fertilizer because it's only applying where it needs
Mm-hmm.
to and not just at a continuous rate.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that, and who doesn't want to get bonus money when you're selling product because you've managed to cultivate a decent score?
That's true. I mean, it's close to some of what farmers are doing nowadays with conservation and yeah, there's a lot of it out there that we, as playing farm sim, don't really see and understand. But there is a lot of stuff going on how to conserve the soil. Really into no-till is and how no-till really works. And it's
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool topics that I got to experience recently. So let me see here. Let's look and see.
Yeah, it has been eye opening watching, because of course I watch a lot of different YouTube farmers, and Millennial Farmer,
Hmm.
Larson's, Welker. So it gives a fair mix of different areas of I'll say the Midwest,
Hmm.
um,
Exactly.
and even up into Canada with Mike Mitchell. So, uh, but yeah, seeing how different farming is, even like Mike Mitchell's just north of the Canadian border, Welker's just south. They actually have land that touches in some instances. Um, and seeing how different the farming is just between the two farms on either side of the border there.
Hmm. Oh, I can actually do another field of spinach, which I think I should. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually was kind of concerned that I might not have been here today for the stream, just because I have to do some videotaping of setting up a planner, and then we're gonna put it on YouTube for their group. Just some informational videos. Like I said, I'm waiting for the phone call or text message. I got it already in my shed. Come over. All right, so if I wanted to do peas, which I probably got the wrong planner, to be honest with you, where do I want to put the peas? Oh, this is going to be a monster field, which is good, but I don't think I want peas on that one. Maybe I'm going to put corn there and like put peas on 107. We'll see here. But I don't think this is my pea planner. Could be wrong.
Mm,
Nope. Got to get the other.
yeah, I was just say peas are usually with
A drill.
planter. Yeah, a seeder, not a planter.
Yeah, because I need that also for spinach. I'm gonna put spinach down because I forgot that spinach grows. You can harvest it twice. I actually
Yeah,
plowed it.
yeah. If you get it in the ground early enough.
Yeah, I actually plowed it up by accident and didn't realize I could have got two crops out of it. Oops.
Oops. But it from what I know, it's a cheap crop to seed anyway. So
Mm-hmm. Hey KW, how you doing?
I get it.
So, KW, did you watch the NFL draft at all or not? And if you did, if you watched it on NFL Network, you guys would have seen me. I was on it in the first 17 minutes of the Friday broadcast, round two. I got on camera live.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't watch it live. I kind of checked in a little bit here and there to see what some of the picks were, but
Oh, it was awesome going to a live event. I don't know if I would go every year if it was happened to be that close to me, but it was a blast. It was well done. We had over 600,000 people show up in Green Bay. Green Bay's only 100,000, so that's a lot. Yeah, everybody was nice. We had, what did they say? We had like two arrests over the whole weekend. It was amazing how Everybody was just, it was just a nice time. All right, let's get some seed. No, I happened to get myself as close as I could, right on the fence before the VIP section. Be here for a second here, guys. I just couldn't believe how thick this fog is. When they say thick fog, it's really thick fog. All right, we're gonna do spinach here again.
I don't remember it being quite. Is that from that other weather mod you're running?
It's the realistic.
That
Oh yeah, and this is the cool part now. It's the whole moisture. I'm a little heavy here. It's really wet, and typically you could see there's puddles on here, but I don't see the puddles on this one because of the fog. But yeah, that you can have puddles in your field if you got too much moisture. I had over 39 inches of snow this winter, and all my fields are just wet. I'm just hoping that the if it gets warm enough, it'll dry out, so I can actually get the best yield. In theory. All right. I have that going. Let's see where I got. All right. Here, what do I need for food? I need 117,000 to keep that going. Should be refueled. Right. So let's find my truck with the fuel. Got to refill the stagger. I like the fact that it said it should be refilled, so it tells you that your tractor's going to run out of. Don't fill it.
As I say, it looked like your tractor is pretty low on fuel before you set it off into the field.
I didn't even look at
Or the one that was planting, I think, or seeding.
Is that the one that's actually? Oh, that's the one that's seating. Oops, wrong tractor. I thought it was
Yeah.
a Stagger.
As you were heading to the field, I thought you were taking off to get fuel, but it was blinking red.
I didn't even look. I run out of more fuel not looking at the. Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time I ran out. And as soon as this fog disappears, I want to show you guys a cool new feature for auto drive, which is pretty neat. All right, let's turn around and then we'll stop that tractor. Oh yeah, it was blinking. You're not wrong. All right, we'll stop that for now. Let's go fill it up. So the ability to do 2 lines at the same time, opposite directions. With the latest auto drive update. And I've tried it the other day and it works pretty good. All right. Now the warning should be gone. All right. Back over to the other farm. Back. I need to get a truck over here too because I think I have. Let me see my cows. I have some that I can move back over to milking barn. Still got food yet for the pigs. Good. Oh, I have to also show you guys. It's pretty cool. I got calf huts now. All right. That's the main milking ones. The 12 months. They're at 12 months yet. They still haven't. All right. So, nope. Never mind. Up here and I'll show you these calf huts that just came on the mod hub. It was last week. And see now you can see the moisture. The puddles in the field. It kind of shows up as they're floating, but they're really not. So if you go up here and you can see it, this is what I mean about having like extra moisture, and it's puddles. That's caused by that's realistic weather mod, which they haven't updated to puddles yet on the mod hub yet. This is just on his GitHub. So yeah, if you look, I've got calves in huts now, 5 to a. That's kind of cool. You see that a lot in real dairy farms, yeah, so it was kind of nice to see that mod come out.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll separate mom and newborn calves to.
And I'll move them back into the heifer barn. Yep.
Yep.
I can't wait till we get whatever that animal one, so we can have different males and females again. I can't remember what that mod was called. Watch the percentages.
Hey,
Hey, JD. How's it going today?
Let's go, JD.
good. Hey, Darius.
Yeah, I told you how bad that fog was.
Oh, wow.
Put that back there. What else is I'm gonna do? That needs to be done. I think it's gonna be two. Let me see what happens if I go into the build menu once and see what it looks like. Because I really need to put some factories down. Not so bad. I can actually see what I need to build. All right. Let me see how much real estate this is going to take. Where's the steel factory? Oh, it's $2 million. I have money. Oh, wow, that's bigger than I expected it to be. That's not going to fit there.
Oh, yeah.
That's huge. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do that. A little bit bigger than I expected. Even the Domino Sugar Factory is too big for that spot. I don't know why Labs is not functioning like it should. Timers aren't working, but it says it's active. Seriously. There we go. What else I can find in here? We do pallets until I do steel. How big is yours? Oh, that's not too bad. Figure out how I want that to be in here. So I got my flour factory down.
Nice. Which one?
The extended.
Nice.
Yep.
You had got my update for that, right? That doesn't make wheat flour anymore. Wheat flour is just regular flour. Right?
Let's take a look. I think I did. Oh, it says we. Is
Nope.
it? I don't have the update. I'll have to do the update.
Yeah, don't put any wheat in there. Yeah.
Okay. I won't do anything because I don't even have any wheat actually. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, because what I did was for that I made it so that wheat makes just flour, regular flour, and removed wheat flour as a product.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it just kind of made more sense because yeah,
I get
and
you.
that's what Billy ended up doing too on one of his. So I feel like let's try to match that because otherwise, like there was remember Campbell's, the soup factory, needed a flour in there, and it was just regular flour, and so that kind of solved that problem.
All right, I'll have to update the mod packs too. I have to do all the updating this week. If I can get that done. Because then I know the mod pack doesn't have this in it, so I have to do both. Yeah, I'll get it all updated. Now that I have time. No draft this week. That's completely worn out. Oh. I think I could feel my legs today. Almost a week later. That was a lot of standing. A lot of standing for an old guy like me. Or an old big guy like me.
I'm about maybe a third of the way done, maybe half the way done with my next video.
Surprise?
Yep.
I didn't say anything. I was waiting for you to get in here before I said anything about the surprise that's coming. Or the next update to the map. Put it that way. You guys will enjoy it.
I mean, should we let it go?
It's up to you. It's your update.
Oh, that's fine.
You put the time and effort in fixing it, making it work. You can.
So we're gonna have in Uncharted Valley 2.5, which will be out this week. We're gonna have peanuts in the map.
Oh, nice.
That's part one.
That's part one.
And then part two is we're also by the end of the week gonna have specialized peanut equipment for harvesting it. And if you guys have seen some of the other stuff that's out there, if you've seen some people's error logs with that stuff, it's not pretty. But let me tell you, I have everything fixed in those.
Air free. You put a lot of time and effort fixing those and making them work right.
Well, I'm excited. I spent a lot, like you said, a lot of time today.
Oh, so yeah, you were working on it today.
This morning too, even more. Yep. I mean, it's not perfect, and I'll point out why it's not perfect because there's only so much I can do, but with not being, Blender, but like I was working on this morning on doing the hoses. They didn't have hoses set up on them. Like the hose is literally connected to nothing. So I fixed that, and then working on that, and then getting them to align right, and then the 3-point, the way it was attaching with the 3-point was not correct, and I got that as close as I could get it. It's still, and again, I'm going to point this out in the videos, but it's still not. I mean, you look at it real close, you zoom in on it, it's not perfect at all. But that has to do with the model. It doesn't have to do with the actual thing. But like I said, all the errors are out of it, and it works awesome. And also, again, for those of you that have maybe seen this around other places, how you got to hit like 10 buttons to make it work right. Yeah, all you got to do for mine is hit the V button to lower it and the B button to turn it on.
Nice.
None of this press an I and 3 times, control I 3 times, and attaching this to multiple things. Yeah, so you guys will see.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've got to see what he did. But yeah. What else was there that I was? Oh, JD, before we release the map, do we want to change the seed rates? Because it doesn't look like Giants is doing that. I've planted almost all this field right now, and I used 45 seeds. Unless, only thing that I can think of is maybe precision farming will fix that. Maybe we'll wait to see. let's see what precision farming. I kind of forgot that's coming next week. So,
And I was going to say, before you even said that, I was going to say I kind of don't want to do that, only because then if we did that, we'd have to
know.
load every crop from the map, and
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I was just kind of hoping that. Yeah.
And then the next thing to do after doing the peanut, obviously in the map, the harvesting, the planting, the harvesting, is then we got to get some factories going here for that.
Correct.
The old planters factory is just too big.
Yeah, it's a monster.
It's got to be. We got to do something smaller. And actually, I have been looking and finding different buildings. I've been actually doing that the last couple weeks. Like I got a couple different buildings that are smaller, like on the scale that we've been using, that are smaller, that we could use for. We can probably use for that. Slap a sign on it, make it planters.
Hey, Robbins, man, how you doing? Yeah, so Peanuts is coming, guys, and I can't wait to use the equipment that he fixed. It's really cool. He's been working hard at it all weekend. Pretty much all this week, too. All right, so that's going there. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's see here. See if this will work in the fog a little bit better.
No Courseplay updates recently, huh?
No, just make sure you actually make a field before you try to make Courseplay work. Just FYI. Can't believe I did that. Here I couldn't figure out why Courseplay wasn't working. And I'm like, I even went out and I actually didn't have the update yet. So I did the update quick and
what do you mean by make a field?
Well, I didn't make this field first. Couldn't figure out why I couldn't, because I had the record around it first.
Yeah.
Before I forgot to do that. I couldn't figure out why.
Oh.
Well, it's classic. Yeah. Glad it just classic foobar there. All right, that's not what I want to do here. Let's get out of here. Let's do this instead. Let's make this field more square. Because there's not much I want to do in the fog. It's really tough to see. So I can do some of the stuff I can get away with right now. Like, all I have to do is...
Oh, the other thing that I wanted to let you know of today.
Well, what did you do today?
Guess who finally checked his GitHub and responded and fixed his errors?
Shush! Shut the front door. It took that long?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
He apologized. He's like, oh, yeah, yep.
Oh, so he did fix it, and now we won't have that error anymore? Or did you try that, or...
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to slap it in there and try it, but yeah, he supposedly fixed it. And you know what it was, literally, because I looked at his edits?
Oh, what was it?
It was moving a parenthesis closing bracket around on the same line, moving it somewhere else.
Really?
That was literally what it was.
That was it, huh?
But if you don't know Lua, you wouldn't know that. I mean, we didn't, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not, yeah. I could change a Lua file to match what's in there, but don't ask me to explain it, because
right.
That's something I really want to learn. Oh, I gotta go back and...
And then somebody asked him too on his GitHub about making it goats, separating them out and making the goats separate than the sheep.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he's going to try, but he's very busy. So,
well, obviously, if it took him this long to get back to you, see, he's very busy. Because that's a good month and a half.
I think it was 2 months.
Was it 2 months? I knew it was something. Yeah. Hey, but at least he got back to you.
He did, and he did apologize for it.
That's kind of cool. I mean, at least he knows that there was something wrong and he fixed it. Oh boy, I cannot do straight. Oh, this is horrible. Yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna have to see where this
And I
ends
missed
up.
it. I missed that by 5 days. He actually fixed it 5 days ago. So yeah, it was just about 2 months.
So you didn't check recently either.
No.
Nice. Nice. All right, guys. So now
He is recommending that all mods get updated because he said he fixed a multiplayer error in that as well.
Oh, okay. So whatever. Okay.
Yep. So, because remember in Hofbergman, I told you he had version 3 of that, and that never
Yeah.
got. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. He's saying to use now it's version 4, but he's saying to use version 4 for all mods now. So.
Okay. So version 3 was broken too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nice. Now, what was that other mod? I can't remember the name. I was talking to Darius about that, but what was the one that gives us males and females?
That was enhanced
Enhan-
animals.
And I have not seen anything about that anywhere.
No. I don't even know who does that though.
No, I don't either. I should go look and see if I can find the GitHub if he's even working on it.
I mean, if you look, because Hofbergman, that map from Farmer Andy was released, and he's got ducks in there. I think he might even have a couple other animal types.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, like in my opinion, I mean, because everybody, we kind of all take stuff from everybody else, right? I mean, like how many people took the crops that Shy Wizard did for Dave and us last year in 22 and used them on their maps, which is fine, right? I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Yep.
So like, once that stuff is out there, it's kind of free reign. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I have no interest in adding any more animals to my maps.
No, the only thing that I would like to have is males and females, but that's just.
But that'll come with the enhanced animal. That'll come with that if that comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not going to be a map. Like they can do that with scripts. That doesn't need to be a map. Like that's not a map thing.
No, it's not.
Even last year it wasn't a map thing.
Mm-mm.
It was just in that script. So.
I hate to say this, guys, but you do have to put mineral. For some reason, I don't think the animals work properly if you don't put a little bit of mineral in with the TMR. Something doesn't seem to work right, so I do it in every one now. This is the way I do things now, so I don't have to bail. Just put it all in a silo.
Yep, that's how I did it in 22. Loaded them, mixed it right in the wagon from there.
So much easier.
In this version, I just use a mixer. I used a placeable one.
Oh, that's right. I should. I wonder if I should do that quick before I forget. You know what I got to do, right? Now that I got this empty,
Oh, move it.
I got to sell it and put the other one in.
Oh, right. Yep.
Here, download for alfalfa.
The only thing I wish to with that script is, and maybe I should have asked him this. Maybe I should post it soon. I wish he would make it so that you can just distribute as normal.
You can't rotate this thing, JD Way. It's not rotating. Oh, there we go. Finally. There we go. Never mind. What were you going to ask him?
If why we can't just distribute these as normal instead of whatever, because his thing disables like how Giants distribute stuff.
Hmm.
That's why we have to use Billy's add-on.
Oh, it still won't distribute.
No.
Yeah, maybe put that in there. Maybe if he's paying attention, maybe he'll see it sooner.
What's that for the butcher shop thing?
Yeah.
That's definitely an ask. I would. That's good there. Let's see. Yeah, we only use 3%, so I'm hoping with precision farming they fixed their seed problem. There's no way I only use that little seed for this big field.
I think right from Giants, they've got spinach at like a really, really low seed rate.
Yeah, it's too low. Then they got corn the same way. I actually noticed that.
Yeah, they've got corn at 400 liters per hectare, which is way too low.
Yeah, that's like I said. Maybe they fixed it with precision farming and have a whole different. Because remember how they said how they could do variable seeding, so maybe that'll change some stuff.
Yeah, it might change it depending. They may be saying that dependent on soil types, because wasn't that a thing in 22 and 19? Certain
Yeah.
soils required slightly different seed rates.
So that's another question, JD, that I was thinking about too. When we go to precision farming, if they're doing soil types, how does that work?
They're going to have a default soil map. So any map that doesn't have a custom soil map, it'll be the default one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Which honestly, like, I was thinking about that. I don't see a reason to have a custom soil map. I would say let's just use the default one.
That makes sense.
Unless the default one only covers the middle section of the map, because it's not a 4x map by default.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll scale it up. I mean, yeah. But other than that, I would say let's just leave it. Because I think in the past, I think it automatically scaled up. I think.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, that's a good question. Does it actually scale up or does it not scale up? I don't remember. But Dave had his own one in there in the maps, right? He had his own custom.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how he was doing the blogs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like I said, I was thinking about that, and I was like, I would be fine with just leaving it at the default, because I don't really have, there's not really any areas that are like, oh, this is more loamy sand or whatever.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think I'm gonna move those cows over though, because I don't have any room in that barn, and if I start having calves, I don't think you can go over the quantity in a shed, can you? Through birth or not? In a cow barn.
If what? Well,
so say I've got 80 heifers that are ready to birth in 2 months, and I've already got a full barn already. Will it actually go over that quantity?
No, I don't think so.
That's right. Hey, Russell, how you doing? And welcome. Yeah, yeah, that's why I'm just gonna move them to the other barn, and then I'll just move the calves, probably in the huts, and move move stuff around now that I have the huts there. Did I show you the huts yet, JD?
Didn't they just have that mod come out not long ago too, where it lets you it'll automatically sell off animals over like any births beyond the barn limit? It'll automatically sell them for you.
I don't want to sell anything. Trying to get as many cows as I can. I'm in
I
the
don't think I
trees
saw
here.
the huts. No.
Yeah, I'll show you when I get over to the dairy. That's good. That's good. I'm good too. I'm now rested up. Had a very long and fun weekend. Like seeing a NFL draft live was one of the things on my bucket list, and now that's off. So it was really, really good. Oh, I got to sell some stuff too today. Don't let me forget that. But yeah, I had a blast. I ended up getting on NFL Network for, my 10 seconds of fame. Everybody who knew me or had my phone number actually texted me and said, "Hey, you're on TV." So,
Except for me.
except for you, you didn't. But you weren't watching on NFL Network, were you?
No. Oh no.
I don't know if they were using the same footage because actually it was an ESPN camera, so that's kind of weird that was on NFL Network. So
They were probably maybe they were producing it for NFL Network. They were shooting because I don't think NFL Network really does a lot of their own production stuff, right? I think a lot of it's contracted out. No.
yeah, I would have to agree with that. I bet you it's all contracted out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like the NFL like owns the cameras, you know.
And I got to shake Roger Goodell's hand. He was walking along the fence there. That was pretty cool. We didn't boo him then.
He's still gonna boo him though in the future.
I'm still gonna boo him in the future. It's just the way we do
He
things.
specifically came over to shake your hand.
Yeah, it was just me. He came to shake his hand. I was special.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know. I
Came
know.
over where you were purposely to shake your hand after he heard you calling him.
Well, he was walking down the fence, the fence, I call it. But yeah, so I called him over. Hey, all right. But it's still cool. I don't care what you say. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't say it wasn't cool.
All right, so now I got to figure out where I want to plant peas and linseed yet. For this day is over. How many more months do I have, though? Didn't somebody say that they started milk already at like 12 months, regardless if they calved or not? I think I heard that from somebody.
Me, I think.
Was
I
it
think
you
were
or
talking
Billy?
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as they're through their puberty, I believe is.
Yeah, I know, but
milk.
I think it happens before that in 25. Because I think Billy said it 10, I think it was 10, or somebody said it was really early. And I don't remember who. It was probably you, JD, but I thought Billy had said something.
And Billy, because I remember I was questioning why they were producing so early, and I think Billy was saying that. Yeah.
Because in 22, you had to wait until they calved before you got
Correct.
milk.
Yeah. And I think maybe even 19.
Oh, 19 for sure, too. Yeah, I can't disagree with that one either. All right. I'm just hoping this moisture comes down because a lot of my fields are way too wet. Oh, I was going to show you guys too. I have 2 tornadoes for the year. One in July and one in August. So I'm kind of hoping it like goes somewhere in the map that I don't own. How you doing, Jordy lad? And welcome. All right. Let's see here. Well, that's good. You ended your day, and now you can play Farm Sim.
Hey, Jordy lad.
How many can I go into this? I think this is 350. I can fit in this one. No, this is the wrong one. Why won't it should tell us how many can go in here, right, JD? You gotta go. Can't see it in the menu, but you can see it down here. Yeah, 300 actually. Yeah, for a half an hour before bed.
Why?
We got lucky, and all that severe weather last night went north of us, which was good. So you guys should be seeing some of that today, if it doesn't dissipate before it gets to you guys. What?
I'm just noticing the butcher shop is missing the endpoint for the pallets. I don't understand how though. Maybe that's
Endpoint?
maybe there. Yeah, it has a start point for where the pallets spawn, but it doesn't have an endpoint.
Yeah.
Maybe that has something to do with why it's not distributing right.
Maybe. Fix it and see what
Yeah.
happens.
I'm on it. That's really weird.
Mm-hmm. Now, after an hour and 18 minutes, my Streamlabs is now working. I don't get it.
Huh.
It's warm over here. Nice. Yeah, it's yesterday it got to 70. I think it said 76 on my truck, which is not the accurate weather, but that was pretty nice. Real nice day, and now today it's 52. So, yeah, I can't wait for next week it's going to be in the 70s, so kind of excited. Only have to work 3 days next week. I got took off for my kid's birthday. He wanted to go fishing, so I'll go fishing with him for his 30th birthday. I feel old.
All right, time to do some testing on this. Man,
See
if
if
that
it
was the
actually-
problem, if that was the problem,
Oops.
Sometimes it's a simple oops that breaks everything.
I don't understand, but it makes no sense because how can it have a start point but then no end point? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Without throwing an error, right?
Yeah, and continue to work.
It should have thrown an error saying you can't do this.
Yeah, it should have said something about an improper area or something. Or even not let it load.
Right.
especially for a spawn point.
Right, right.
Like, how does it let it load without the spawn point being right?
Well, you going on vacation to Turkey then? That's cool.
And like where I copied this from was from Canyon Crossing. Did that have it? I gotta look. I'm really curious now.
Is it the node that's missing, or the line denoting the node in the XML?
In the XML is missing, but I mean, it might as well be missing from the i3. It's in the i3D, but I mean, you know, if you don't have it in the XML, it might as well be missing from the i3D too.
Yeah.
No, in Canyon Crossing, Dave didn't have it there either. He just had the start node, no end node.
So but it still worked though, because I had the butcher shop. It worked fine.
Yeah. But maybe that's what's throwing it off in 25 from not distributing right. Maybe it's not the script.
Good question.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Oh my God! Now the Bucks are up 13-3. You know they're going to take this to Game 7, right? I knew that was going to happen, JD, when I took Giannis for under 54 total points, rebounds, and assists. He was going to go over that today. Everybody thinks we're going to trade him next year if we don't win. Try to reload. Because he's not getting any...
You guys need to try it with Lillard healthy is what you need to try. That's the thing.
Well, the problem is he's never healthy.
Well, right, and then actually then they're saying he's probably going to be out all next year too.
Yeah, that's that you don't come... I mean, it's a year injury.
Yep.
Look at Rodgers, you know.
Yep.
I'm trying to empty out my dairy because I want to replace that with the extended one, JD. Because I should have put the extended one down before I put the...
The dairy?
Yeah, I put the wrong dairy down. I thought I put the extended one and I didn't. So I'm waiting for the milk to go down before I sell it and put the other one. And if you guys are wondering why there's so much fog, this is the realistic weather mod that I'm using. And this is one of the weather events that can happen. The ones they added a drought, blizzard, and thick fog. And this is the thick fog.
Now, do I remember that when you first put that in, it messed with all of your currently planted crops as far as their moisture levels? The
It
realistic
did.
weather?
So I always tell people if you're gonna put it in after you're done with harvest, and then see how. Because actually, he's made a lot of improvements to it with his GitHub. So to be totally honest, I don't know if I would get it off of GitHub. I mean, get it off of ModHub until you get his fixed versions.
Do you have his GitHub handy?
I do. I wonder if I should share that because I'm just worried that people. This is still. He's broken a couple times on his GitHub, and I don't want people's game saves to get ruined because I gave it to him. I can take it because I know how to fix my stuff, but I can share it. Let's put it out there. This is his GitHub. If you wanted the newest version, which you can read what he's put into it through the past couple versions. Like on a stream drought, I guess you can burn your field up with fire. I don't know how that's gonna work, but sounds pretty cool.
Sounds
He-
interesting.
so he fixed it. He fixed the butcher. So now it'll say the minimum age of 6 is required. I'm gonna change it to 6 months. I'm gonna put that word months in there.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll say like if you're trying to unload like the pigs and they're not 6 months, it'll say that.
So that is fixed.
That is
How-
fixed.
Now you have to test the distributing part of it, or
Yes, now I have to go and edit the XML and make these pigs 6 months and then drop them in and test the
Nice.
distributing part.
I'd love to see them add in the like tiling mechanic,
what's mechanic?
like tiling fields to
Oh,
help.
the moisture. Yeah, that
So
can,
like, all right, you've got puddles there, but if you had tile in the field, it would help the puddles drain.
Well,
To
here where I'm trying to figure out is let's see how warming up will really change the moisture level because I'm coming out of winter and it's been cold, so the evaporation rate isn't. I'm just curious how he has that tied to the temperature. Let's see how fast these fields will dry out. The warmer it gets, you know what I mean?
oh, for sure, but it'd be cool if tiling would have an effect.
Oh,
All right, here's a lower
100%.
area. Let's tile this for the next time around to see how it's going to drain better.
Oh,
And then
100%.
higher, like knolls and stuff like that, you wouldn't need to because they're going to drain more. I just
Jordy,
think it'd be cool to add it with the tile plow and all that.
absolutely. There was an error that we were having with it that you could still
If you-
use it.
Yeah, if you were trying to put in animals that were too young or old, it was supposed to give you a warning on the screen, but it wouldn't do anything. It would just give an error in your log. So that was the issue with that. And then the second issue is that if you want to distribute to it, at least if you want to have it distribute products, you have to have Billy's add-on for it, which is just basically like a little trigger that you put in there, and then that'll make it distribute. So I'm gonna check and see if this fix that I just did now will help distribute this as normal. So we're gonna check.
Mm-hmm.
But no major issues with it. No. Yeah, I don't even think Billy has my updated version, but there's going to be another update, so
Yeah, there'll be an update once JD gets it all squared away. So my suggestion is anybody that's in here is go over to his YouTube, and subscribe so you know because he puts videos up on every one of his updates. So
thank you. Yes.
that's the one. Let me get the right one. Is that was supposed to be automatic? My Streamlabs, but that Streamlabs is not working today.
Yeah, the
Was that? Well, we're going
my
to get
dog's
ads. Hold
barking.
on.
Yeah.
So I would wait till after ads.
What what factory takes meats? Like what takes pig meats that we have right now? Does Campbell's take ham or pork or bacon or sausage?
I think Campbell's does. You'd have to, yeah.
Remember.
Yeah, it's Campbell's is the one that takes the meats.
But like the pig meats?
I haven't put it down, but I would assume it does.
It's like I'm the one that did it and I can't even remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did, but still got an hour left to do that.
I don't think it does.
You didn't put any meats in Campbell's?
I don't think there's any meats in Campbell's.
How about like the Hardy?
None of those.
What do we do meats then?
I don't know. Like, why do we even need to distribute meats, Billy?
There's got to be something that takes meat, doesn't it?
I know. There's got to be something.
How does Campbell's not take chicken for like chicken soup?
Yeah.
I think they did that before the. I think they did that before the that stuff was the butcher was out. You know what I mean?
Time to revisit this now, Billy. Come on.
Oh.
Get on it, Billy.
Yeah. Pizza, maybe? Pizza,
Yeah.
right?
Pizza, yes. Pizza takes pepperoni and sausage.
I don't even think I have the Pizza Factory in here. Oh, Billy. Not that it's his fault.
It's not his fault.
Back in a minute.
We're trying to call him out here, and he's not listening.
Oh, it's PV25 Pizza Factory, not FS25.
Couldn't find it.
There, yep, it's in here. All right, so this probably takes up like what? Probably the size of a 1X map. Let's see.
We call him to Billy, and he doesn't come in and say anything. I've been saying his name. All right, let's do linseed in this field here. Oh, no, 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 no. What am I doing? I didn't change the... Ah, crud. All right, I gotta find my cultivator and quickly redo this. I was looking at it, I'm like, what am I doing? I wanted linseed. Let's see, where's my cultivator at? Good. Let that drive back to the farm. This production hub really works nice, guys. I like using it. You can click on whatever factories you got going, like for the Pursuit Foods. It tells me what I'm missing. And I'm basically missing everything because I don't have any more spinach. I don't have any more peas. I don't think I do. Let me see what I have in storage. Go and reload that up too.
Can you hide those or no?
Oh yeah, see, I could go like this. Gone.
No, I mean
Yep.
the certain
Oh, well, I can turn off and just do animals, or I can turn, like right now. I can hide it all, but I can turn on the animals, turn off the animals, turn on the regular ones. But I can't turn the productions on and off here. It's telling me what's going on at the production level without having to open up the menu, which is really nice.
Okay, so this is really weird.
Okay, what
It
you got
appears
going?
to be it appears to be distributing ham every hour, but yet the other ones are not distributing.
Is there
Why
anything
is it
else?
only distributing ham?
Because there's what else goes in? Oh, just the ham part of the.
Hold on.
All right. Get the cultivator and have to redo that so I can plant my linseed and not spinach.
So the ham is going into the pizza factory.
Okay, why isn't pepperoni?
I don't know.
Is there something in XML that marks distribute? Maybe ham does, and
Because pepperoni should be going in here, bacon should be going in here, sausage.
mm-hmm.
There's got to be something marked somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's like I said, it's got to be a XML. Got to be a distribute check marker. Yes, true or false. It's got to be. Oh, I never rolled that. Keep forgetting to roll. Oops. Needed rolling. Thank
Ham
you.
is the first product.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that makes a difference.
The moisture's coming down on that field. Now that it's planted. Shoot, I forgot to roll them. Gotta remember to do that after I plant this next one. Farm. If you guys just coming in here, we're going to have an update for the map later this week. JD's adding peanuts to the map. And then a little special there, we're going to have equipment for it too. As part 2. Oops. Here I'm talking and I completely overfilled this. At least I caught it this time.
I'm not seeing anything in the XML that is different with ham than the other products. Other than it being first.
Switch them around once and see. Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Because then eliminate that issue then it's a being first, but that doesn't make any sense.
Well, that means it's a script issue.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing too, with the updated butcher shop, I did adjust the prices. I made them a little bit more because people were saying on YouTube that prices for the meats were just too low. You weren't getting much of a profit.
Okay.
So I did adjust the prices up on the last update. Probably Billy doesn't have that one either, so.
Good. Let's see here. Go back to the animals. Yeah, this should be the last one then. Then I can go get the big roller. Let's fix my spinach issue. Oh, I didn't. Come on, I thought I hit start. There we go. This is gonna make stones too. Wow, that's a lot of stones. Wow. It's almost more than plowing. I've never seen that many stones in such a small area. Oh. Now I'm gonna have to get this my rock picker back. I'll have to find it now. I think it's still. Actually, let's do that right now and get that over here. I think it's still attached to here. Yep, it's what I thought. All right, let's get this over to the. What field is that anyway? 1. That's a lot of stone. All right, now let's take a look here. What field is that down here?
Auto deliver fill type. And it's only ham listed as auto deliver.
In what?
Why? In the save game file, even. That's one of the features in that script is to auto deliver. But what is? Let me try to figure out how to code that.
Field 1. Okay. Now I still got a lot to go here. Oh, must have got all the stones because it doesn't. I didn't hit a stone with this thing, I hope. Or rock, I mean. That was hard to find those rocks in the fog. All right, let's finish this up. Can't believe how much stone came up with this. Now watch, that'll be the only place I'm going to get weeds now because I normally plow every one of my fields so I don't get weeds. Now that I use this, I'm going to get weeds in that spot. I'd actually put the butcher shop down once you get it fixed, to be honest with you. 'Cause I'm going to have a lot of beef. So 4 minutes away. If they didn't pick square corners with that tractor, shoot. As the rock picker gets over here, I'll get this started. I just wish rolling worked like it used to. You can't get rid of rocks with rolling now. Or stones, I mean, not rocks.
Wasn't it only the smallest stones you could get rid of?
It doesn't even do that anymore.
Oh, it
It
doesn't?
should. I don't think it does.
I don't have the field stones turned on because
Oh,
it's always frustrating to try and pick rocks when it's like one little spot in a field or something that gets them.
like what I just did now. But I just accidentally seeded. No, let me switch to linseed. So there we go. I don't do that again. Shortly, let's find out. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's a lot of stone in just that little area.
All right, I gotta go eat.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Yep. That taken care of. This I'm going to need anyway at that field that I'm doing, so we'll go back to the main farm with this. This can actually load in here, and then I'll park this and go get the roller. That go to the vehicle shop because I have my new roller there. I bought a new one for this season because it finally came out as a mod from last year. All right, get this going here. Now that I actually got linseed instead of spinach. Yeah, JD's got this set right with the seeds for linseed. You can see him just going down compared to the spinach. I'll probably have to put seeds in this thing before the end of the field before it's done. Let's see here. Keep an eye on it with my simple inspector that I have down there. If you guys see that, that mod is also on the mod hub. Works like a dream. All right, let me get. All right, let's get back into that. Hoping to find a good tender too, but I've seen a bunch at the farm shows that I went to this spring already, and I like to see that in game. I think they really feeding planters, feed tanks. Yeah, there's no seed tenders this year. And I haven't seen a good mod yet, unless somebody out there has, but I haven't seen it yet.
Good mod for what?
Seed tender. Like we remember the one that I had last year where I put it on that old John Deere tractor and the scale wasn't right and the auger would come right into the two when you're sitting there. They didn't have to scale this. They're a lot bigger than that they were in the game. They should have been scaled another percentage taller so that the augers go over the vehicle you're pulling it with.
Not sure which one you're talking about, but I haven't seen any decent ones yet. I usually keep my eye out for one of like the
Well, I have video and
ash-looking ones or something like that.
I really have to go through all my videos and put the real looking equipment that's in the game. I want to do that. I got a whole couple, at least probably maybe 35 minutes of footage that I took. I just have to edit through it and show the equipment off that I got to see. See a lot
Yeah,
of
I'd
it
love
when
to see some of the new Elmer's grain carts and stuff like that show up, especially with their Giants
Oh, okay.
uh,
So on his itch.
partner.
Okay, I'll have to look that up. Let me see if I can look that up and see, because that's what I've been looking for. All right, let's see. Let's go to his YouTube page. Whoa, that was loud. Let me see. Looking here. Let's see here. I don't. Into his Discord. Let's see if they can find it. Seeing it in. I'll have to look after stream. My roller. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to find some of the mods you want when got errors, and that's one thing good about JD. He can fix a lot of errors in a lot of these mods. Like I said, when you see the peanut equipment in that, and it's all air free, it's gonna be really nice. All right, let's get back to the farm with this. Yeah, it's so funny that the pond in this one is huge, but that's part of it is in my rice field, so it really doesn't bother me. But yeah, that's a pretty big pond. I gotta take a look at that one once because the fog really ruins it a little bit. You can't really see, but yeah, this one goes all the way out to the pretty much out to the road. It's almost like real life. It's like, hey, I got a little bit too much snow or rain, and there you go. All right.
Reminds me of the road by my place when we get a heavy winter and the snow melts off real quick. My
Mm-hmm.
neighbor has a bog. He has a bog out front of his house, and the next neighbor down failed to put a culvert under one of their driveways,
Mm-hmm.
so the water won't drain properly. And if it fills that bog up, it'll come sometimes to the yellow line of the road
Oh
with
wow.
water. So the side of the road actually has about 8 inches of standing water over the top of it. It's bad enough that it will actually leach under the ground into my front yard because my front yard's lower than the road.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings the water table up enough that it will flood my neighbor's basement straight
Oh
across the
wow.
street. Yeah, and it's all because the next neighbor down put a second driveway in, and they never put a culvert under that driveway
Oh really?
for the ditch to drain. And it's bad enough the state has come out several times to look at it, and
Mm-hmm.
there's still no culvert under the driveway. So it just every time we have a bad winter and the snow melts off, it fills
Mm-hmm.
up. Sometimes even from a freak heavy rainstorm, it'll fill that bog across the street and flood the road.
Oh, that's why it's delayed. Huh. Yeah, water management is a thing. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, like I said, she's got a horseshoe driveway, so she's got two driveways going into her property. One of them
Mm-hmm.
has a culvert under it, and then in between the two driveways, there's a culvert that goes under the road to my side of the road. to drain water from that side to my side, and then it can run down through the woods to the lower property and behind me. But our other driveway doesn't have a culvert under it, so any of the water coming from that end of the road just gets stopped. Like, yeah, for lack of a pipe, the road will flood.
Yeah, I see this. I found it. Yeah, that's cool. You can put it on a trailer. Oh, thank you, PJ, for the raid, and welcome, Raiders. How's everybody doing today? As you can see, I have realistic weather going here. I got thick fog. So it's really cool. Thank you for the follow there, Shane Fritz too. Welcome. If you have any questions about Courseplay, Auto Drive, and any other mods you see on my screen or Uncharted Valley, let me know. Thank you for the shout out there, KW. How was your stream there, PJ? I hope it was good. And like I said, if you got any questions about anything you see on my screen here or any of the mods, just let me know. And then, yeah, if you're just wondering on the fog, this is a mod. That's awesome, PJ. I'm glad it was good. Let's get this roller unfolded here. Because I forgot to do it for my cotton field, so I won't get the complete... All right. See, this is what I was talking about, Darius. The stones, unless those are too big, you can't. It doesn't work.
I think those might be classed as medium stone.
It could be.
The colored dots on your map should tell you what they're classed as.
Oh, okay.
Unless they changed that significantly from 22. I know they had 3 different colored dots for the stones. Green, yellow, red. Yellow and red would not get pounded down. The greens would.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, because these aren't getting pounded down.
Yeah, I think those are medium or maybe heavy stone. I'm not 100% sure.
There we go. Get that going here. I think maybe we'll be able to get through this without filling the cedar up here. Then I got to figure out where I want to put my peas for this year. That'll be the last thing I plant in March. All right, let's take a look. I think it was, like I said, I could do sunflower. I can actually plant sunflowers too yet, if I really wanted to. I don't need sugar beets. I got sugar cane for sugar. Let's see here. Potatoes I planted last year, so I have a lot of potatoes left. So it'll be peas. Yeah, I'm not doing cranberries yet. I don't need cranberries. What is my favorite machine? This year it is Case IH. And this big dog here. Only because I got to drive it this year. At a Giants influencer at Racine, in Racine, Wisconsin, where they build the Magnum tractors at. I got a chance to go, and they had this all set up for us, and we could drive this tractor here, the 715. You could do, what's it, the 7140 Combine Case IH, and the Magnum tractor, and then the New Holland blue tractor that's pretty much identical to the Magnum. What else did I get to drive that I thought was pretty cool? I have to remember. You missed the old help in FS22. The F25 is not good. I just want to go up and down. Is there any way of only going up and down for Oh, just so the old helper going up and down. You can actually, if you use Courseplay you can actually just go up and down. Right now, I got this set up as if you look at I got this with headlands, but I could actually set this up that would just go up and down. I use Courseplay more than I use helper, and I'm more than I've ever used the helpers in game, to be honest with you. Courseplay just works so much better. But everybody who's known and been coming to my streams for the last, I don't know, 6 years now, knows how much I love my auto drive and Courseplay. How do I get Courseplay to work? Well, that's a good question. So let me stop this. So when you install Courseplay, and you get in for the first time, it won't show up. So let me just start from the scratch here. Let's just close out Courseplay. And we'll just restart this. This is funny. I don't understand why it's taking so much horsepower on this. This thing should easily pull this. Let's go to the other side where I normally start. You can come into any field. It's and I'll show you how it works. And you're on PC, which I am too. Oh, I know the roller's down, but I'd have to fold it up. The only way it doesn't lift unless it's folded up. But this thing should go a little faster than this for a roller, but it's really not doing anything but pulling it across the ground. All right. So I'm going to come into the field. I've already got this all unfolded. So you hit the delete button, which brings you up the HUD for Courseplay. And right here where it says no course, it's going to give me another menu. It's going to have me create a job. So if you're in the field, it's going to highlight the field. So it's got this white line around, so it's highlighting that field. I want to change my settings. Let's see, you wanted to go up and down. So what you would do is you just take this down to 0. So there's no headlands, and it's going to go up and down. It's going to turn at the end of your field. Do whatever you want. But normally with a piece of equipment like this, I'm going to go not 40 headlands, which is probably go 1 because it's wide enough to turn around. But I'll go 3 like I normally do. And then what you want to do is just check your direction. You can change your direction. Go corner if you want round corners or square corners. With this one, I want square corner sharpened based on the radius of the tractor. 5. So I'm going to cut this down to 5. Now I'm going to go back to the map. You can see this now. See, there's no course created yet. You hit generate fieldwork course, which is C. And there it is. So now we're all ready to go, and then just hit the start button, which is X. That's it out. And now it's going to fold up until it gets to the start. And there we go. Now it's going to find the starting point, and it's going to unfold again. And there's the starting point. So now it's unfolding. And now it's just going to do this whole field. It's going to take them. Let me see here. What does it say? How long it's going to take once it starts going? It should tell you how long it'll take. 27 minutes to do this field. So how do you get the course menu to come up once you install it? You hit delete. You can always you go into the menu by hitting no course or temporary course, or you can go in here with this little icon on the. You can go in that menu, find the same stuff. I prefer to use no course or temporary course to get into where I want to go in. Then it'll tell you. So it's running right now. But I do have videos on my YouTube channel, which is X-Men 1971. I hit before I install it. You're funny. You love it, you know it. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh, let me get my channel here.
All right, I have got to figure out why it's setting ham as auto deliver and nothing else. I still wonder if it has to do with the first product, but if I save, I'm gonna try this.
Let me see here. Why isn't it not running my YouTube channel? Never tried bot. Nice. KW. I know how much you love my bots, but I can make them all work. That's my YouTube channel. So if you want to go there, I have tutorials on Courseplay and Auto Drive. Oh, I know you do, and I appreciate the teasing. Because my feelings are already gone, so you can't hurt them. No. All right. But I wonder if it's in his Lua script that only allows one. He might need to allow more.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm.
That's what I'm thinking it is. Let's see how much left on this one. Oop, he's doing the headlands, which is good. Got 14 minutes left of headlands. Yeah, I couldn't drive straight in this fog, that's for sure. All right, let's take a look let's see what the moisture level is on my if it really changes my. Thank you, Igor. I can't even say it. Igor, thank you for this 200 bits. I appreciate it. And like I said, if you guys ain't got any questions in that, I'm more than willing to stop what I'm doing and help you guys out. That's what I'm here for. I'd like to show you what the newest and greatest things are out here. I've found some really cool mods. This realistic one I like. I'm just kind of holding off on really giving it out to everybody yet because it is a resource hog. I have a really good system, so I don't really notice it at all. But I know somebody in Discord here that had to take it out because it just was frustrating. And I can't disagree with him on that. Because at that time, it was kind of broken. It was, JD. It was absolutely broken when I first told you to get it because the moisture was not working at all compared to it is now. I mean, you barely could get it to move up and down, and now it's actually like this field has got like 99%, which is kind of got to really wonder what he's thinking when maybe it should only be like a 99% when it's raining, and then when it quits raining, it should go down a lot, in my opinion. But yeah, like this field here is only at 32%. So this one's actually coming down. Ideal moisture is 14 to 12. And I'll get the best yield when it's within that range. What I want to see is to be able to put pivots in and have them actually working correctly would be awesome. And also, guys, if you feel free to go to my YouTube page and hit the subscribe button, because this stream will be, it's already, I streamed both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. You can always go back to that video and watch it on YouTube. Let's see, is that is there for you guys? But when the fog hit, when it's dark out, it was horrible. It was not fun to play. I normally now, I'm going through the night at 3x. I might do tree cutting a little bit here and there, but I'm just letting it run. Well, I do other things. Got other things I do besides play Farm Sim, but let it run in the background and come back, and it's morning and I can start over again. See what I can do for the next month. So I think I'm going to use this one for, I think this is going to be the big cornfield. I was going to put it in 107. Yes, it's because if you don't have a bridge, you're going to have to connect. You know how to connect the routes, PJ, or do you need me to show you how to do that? Because that's, if you have a bridge that's built, you just have to connect them once you get it built. But if you know, if you don't have the bridge built, those routes aren't connected, because otherwise you'll end up in the water. And I think I did that on one version. I don't know if that was 17 or 19. Yeah, it's pretty easy to connect a route here. Let me see if I can get you to a truck that I can easily do this. Let's bring up the auto drive here. So let me just delete this one here. So if it's like there's a bridge between there, all you have to do is just click on the one where the arrow is pointing to this direction, and then you go to this one and you click on it, and now it's connected. It's that simple. Can you add a point to the route without using a vehicle? There is I never do it because I'm always in the vehicles. I know there's a way to delete it without, you have to be in a vehicle, but you can do it with the mouse. I like to make sure that the red line is on it, so I delete the right one. And then there's this new cool feature. I'll just do it quick here so you can see this. So now it's control right or left mouse button. And then watch this, guys. You can now go down a road and do both sides. And if you go into settings, you can set the space. Like I have this offset the most, which is negative 6.0. So you can actually now, if you wanted to add down a road, you can actually do it going both ways now. Let's delete these out, and I'll show you you can do that with the main roads, and you can do it with the side road. So now if I want to do a side road, now it's control right click. And now here's a side road. So that's the newest thing in 3.0.0.6. Oh no, that's not. Oh, okay. So that's you can actually go both ways on both of those. That's not a side road. I got to remember where. Oops, I just disconnected. See how I did that, PJ? Now I can just fix it. I deleted the wrong one, so I just reconnected it quick. All right. Now I got to figure out what. Let me go and look here because now I thought I had that right. Let me go to auto drive quick. For the side road, I think it is English. A new feature. Oh, it's just like, okay. That was pretty simple. So normally to get a side road, it's shift left button. So now it's control shift left button will get you the side road. And a side road is where you can connect to your green lines, which is the main roads, and it will not take that side road unless it's going somewhere that's on that route. And I just deleted it again. There we go. So that's what a side road is these yellow tan ones are all side roads. And if you look on my main road over here, these are the main roads, which are going to be green. So your vehicle will only take these unless it needs to get to, say, it needs to get over here to pick up carrots. Then it will take a side road. But otherwise, if it's just driving from point A to point B, it will not take unless it's actually going down that route. All right, Jeffrey, what do you got? Let's see here. Yes, you plant the cranberries in a rice paddy. Correct. Which I have not planted cranberries yet because I don't have a use for them yet. All right, let's get this parked over here. All right, I got about 4 minutes left on that, making that new field, and I can. All right, let's finish. Okay, this one just finished planning, so let's. I got to figure out which field I want to put peas on. I was thinking when I do this field here, I'm going to go out to here again. Maybe that can be peas. No idea which way I want to go with this. That's awesome. Yeah, the textures and everything came out super cool with the cranberries. That took a little bit of JD's time to figure that one out too.
Oh, just like this butcher shop, I do not understand why it's only distributing ham. It makes no sense.
Are you sure we're just going to ask GTX if it's in his script?
But I don't understand how though, because it's like it's not. I mean, I would think that if it was the first one, do you know what I mean? Like, but I've reordered them and it's not the first one.
Interesting. No, I planted green beans in a large field and I had a tornado destroy a lot of it, and my moisture from real weather didn't work out correctly, and I got maybe, what was that, JD? 50,000 off of the biggest field I had at the time.
Yeah.
It was bad. So like I said, if you trying to use real weather, just be prepared that I always would recommend starting it after you've harvested everything, and use their GitHub for now. And I missed a couple things in chat, and I can't get them back to find them. There was something I thought I seen. Somebody asked me a question. I think I missed it. Where is it at here? No, I guess not. I guess I didn't miss. Oh, yeah. It's against TC and me. Yeah. Okay. I thought you had wrote something in there, TC, and I just I'm sorry I didn't catch that. But yeah, if you go to realistic weather, here's the GitHub, but just be prepared that it will take a lot of computing power on this one. Yet he's working on doing fixes to it, getting better performance. But like I said, I would not install it until after harvest season when you have it all done. And then be prepared for snow. I had 39 inches of snow this winter with the mod, which I thought was pretty cool. Let's see here. Let's go back to the farm first. Debating if I put peas over by the pig farm. Okay. Now the Pacers came back. Now it's 51-52 Pacers. Jeez. Nice one.
All right,
Must
guys,
be.
I'm gonna go ahead.
All right.
Hey,
All right. Have a good
Have a
night.
good one.
You must be getting rain soon there, JD, because Cleveland right now is in a rain delay. So it must be coming towards you. Stuff we had yesterday.
I don't know.
All right. Let's see here. What else finished work here? All right. Now it's time to do some cleanup here. That's one thing about this digger here. It just doesn't when it comes to courseplay at the end, I have to always fix it. I don't think I blame courseplay as much as maybe it's the digger, but I don't know. Wait, which side of the... Okay, I'm on this side. I gotta cut some more on that side because I didn't do it too straight. Yeah, because I think I'm going to put corn in this big field here. Hey, X-Trooper, how you doing? KW, check X-Trooper, please. He just created his account 28 minutes ago. Or somebody, please, because this could be a bot.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Wait,
Yeah, that kind of scares me. My first exit worked. No problem. Thank you for the 100 biddies there, PJ. Yeah, so you got it to all work. That's awesome. See how easy that is? It's almost too easy. Exactly. It's really not hard once you figure it out. And I could see your comments. I said hi before. You must have missed. You must not have heard me say hello. No, this is a single player game, X Trooper. All right, that's done there. Let's go to the other side. No, I'm not. This game can be multiplayer, but not. I don't. I don't do multiplayer. I get this finished here. Still 5 hours of thick fog though. It's supposed to be a total of 9 hours of thick fog when it started. Did you write GTX a message about that, JD? Because
I'm
that's
still
it's got to.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I did write him a message, but I kind of
Mhm.
don't think it's going to get much because it's like, like I said, for whatever reason, it's distributing one of them, but it makes no sense why only one.
I'll have to look in the Lewis scripting ones. It's got to be in there somewhere. It's got to say something about. Yeah, that's because if it's working for one, it's got to work for them all. There's just got to be some. Does he have the individual meats and that all in the Lewis scripting too? I would think,
No,
right?
that's what I had to put in.
Oh, you put them in, so that's kind of not what I'm thinking of with now. There's nothing in the XML that says anything about distributing. That has to be all the. That's got to be all Lua though.
Right. That's what I'm looking for now. Like there's an auto deliver.
Trying to. Did you search for distribution? What is the term they use in Giants for it in our factories? Distribute. Yeah, distributing. I would bet you if you try that, it's got to be in the Lewis somewhere. All right. This field is done. All right, let's go to the other one quick. That was going to be a long and skinny field. And here's like the worst fog is on this side of the map. All right. See if I can keep this one straighter this time.
Yeah, it just will not do it. I do not understand.
Hmm. Send me the updated one. I'll go through it tomorrow and see if I can search in Lua once. See if I can find anything. It's got to be something in there. Sure, I'm. Nope. I am not far enough over. recording. So I'm still drifting over. Yeah. Roller finished. Still haven't figured out where I'm going to put my peas, though. Oh, I know. I have to do. I got to make square corners over there too. Yeah, this is always the fun part. Trying to drive with the fog and try to keep straight, because normally I kind of eye a tree or something to keep straight, but not this way.
All right, I messaged him and I put another message on there to like clear it up what I was talking about. So I think that should help him try to figure out. It's got to be something with the script.
It's got to be somewhere in the Lua, somewhere that's, yeah. It's just weird that it obviously it works for some, so it's got to be. Oh, I didn't realize a little bit of an incline on this one. I'm not too concerned about the circle in there, because what I do is once I get this all done, like I'm gonna do the other one, I'll um, train battery. It's really affected my phone that much. I'll move this line down to the other side of the field and just make it more square. Some fields I got corners, and some I have round corners. This one I think I'm gonna leave as a square corner. All right.
Be right back.
Sure. All right. Get this over here. And before I start this one up on Courseplay, I'm gonna fix the other field quick. All right. So that field that'll be Courseplay 4 for now. I can change the name later. All right, let's go in here. Let's paint grass. And And this is where I was at before. And I have the straight line mod, so I just hit shift key and I can just go like this. Which actually I should just make this bigger. That way I don't have to go through here twice. All right, a straight line. There we go.
Bring them back.
Welcome back. I'll come back and get that. But yeah, the straight line mod is the best mod out there for doing this. It's so much faster. This would have taken me a lot longer, and I probably would have made a few mistakes. So we'll go down here.
I'm probably just gonna put out this update at the butcher shop without having fixed, you know, that
Distributing right now?
distributing right now, because who knows how long this is gonna take. It might be another 2 months.
Before he answers you.
Yeah,
But he will answer you. Just give it time.
he will. Yes.
Yeah, he will.
I just wish that straight line mod was for foliage too.
Oh, I know. I wish it was too, but it's not, unfortunately. Let's see here. We'll leave that be for now. And that was weird. Completely disappeared on me. Oh, and I do have a recommendation for a show on Netflix. Oh my gosh. Too bad you don't have it, JD.
No, what is it?
Black Mirror.
What
That
is that a Marvel one?
No. It's an updated version of the Twilight Zone, made for like real. Like it is. Some of those episodes are so messed up. It's like, oh my god, if that. Yeah, I watched. I think I'm on the third episode now, but it's yeah. All right, so see how fast that was already. So now I just got to do this side, and I'll be done. Now I just got to do the course play part of it, which is that'll take a little more time, but oh yeah. See, I didn't. Did I not take enough? Yeah, instead of the plow, what I'll do is I'll just take a little more here, and we'll just start over, and that should get me. Yep, it worked. Good. There. That is all done there. My corners are square. I don't have to bring the plow back over. Yep, we're good. All right, now I can set this up. Horseplay. Here we go. Horse. Great. New one. So funny it didn't generate JD yet. Where? Huh, that's weird. I don't know why that's not generating. Yeah, it's not showing. Is that actually in the real map too? No, bet it's not. Look on the map and see. Yeah, see, it didn't update that this is. That is weird, JD. It's not showing that it's plowed. This whole area is plowed.
Get on the You're on the. Get on the other thing, the other window.
Another window.
Get plowed turned off.
Do I?
Get on the other tab. You're on. Yeah, keep going. See?
Well, that's weird. Why would
Why
it
is it
show?
showing purple?
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually it's red.
Yeah, mine's purple.
Look at me, I'm flying! Oh, no, wait, maybe not.
Hey, Coffee for Life, how you doing? Thank you for the 15 bits. I'm flying. It's a good one. Alrighty, guys. It's about that time. Been on for about 3 hours. Let's go see who's out there. Anybody that I know that's playing Farm Sim, which really doesn't look like to be a lot here. There really isn't a lot of people playing Farm Sim on my list. Ugh. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, any suggestions?
No.
I don't see anything that I could. Raid to. I mean, I could go to Boom, but he's playing out of ore, guys. Do we want to go see out of ore? I think that's where we're.
Defines who I am.
We're not saying you have. What?
Someone on TV said.
Is that. Let me. Okay. Let me see if I'll find
Okay, bye-bye.
that. Bye bye. Thank you for the 15 bits there. Coffee for Life. Let me go take a look once. I don't think is he live right now? No, he's not live right now. Yeah, I just looked that he's not live. All right, guys. Looks like it's Boom it is right now. If I'm not out filming set up a real life planner, I will be back on Thursday. You guys all have a good night.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna lurk it while I work it.
Thank you for 15 bits there. Coffee for Life playing Lurk It. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, guys, you guys all have a good night. And yeah, I look, Steve. Thank you for the suggestion, though. I did go over there and find it wasn't live. So, all right, guys. If you guys haven't subscribed to JD Fans YouTube page, I suggest you do that. First releases of all his mods and map updates happen first there before they're over on mine. So I suggest go over there and give him a sub. If you want to mod review, good information, tutorials, subscribe to mine on YouTube. And that's how it is. You guys all have a good night, and I will talk to you on Thursday, hopefully, if I'm not doing something else. And here we go.